Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Seth back with another post-event vlog. Now, this one's going to suck for me to record. Just making sure everything's good over here. We're good. This one's going to suck for me to record because this was probably my worst individual weekend since World War II. And, I'm not going to make excuses for myself. I had a really bad weekend. I don't know what it was because in the scrims leading up to it, I was playing really well. And obviously we're playing with the meta that we played with in the tournament and the scrims. And we had like 3-4 days of scrims leading up to the tournament of that meta. And I played really well in those scrims. It's just when match time came, I don't know. It's like I lost all my confidence. I was afraid to take challenges the way I was. And I don't know, it's just an overall weird weekend for me. And yeah, I've come to grips with it. I apologize to my teammates, which I always hate to do. I was like, dude, I just freaking hard costed there. And, it's just back to the drawing board after that. So, this one, not going to make excuses. And I played pretty poorly. But let's move on to the matches. If I were to rate my performance for the weekend, I'd probably give myself a solid 2. Team performance, I'd give us I'd give us a 8. Our S&D looked really good as a team until the finals, unfortunately, and we replayed them on the same map, which can sometimes get a little bit weird. But yeah, I'd give us an 8. Our search and destroy looked outstanding. If we can keep that same level of search and I play better and we can win some dominations in there, we're looking really, really strong for the last 2 events of the year, which are Toronto, the final home series for us, which is at the end of July, and then Champs. So just gotta tweak a few things for my personal game, and then I'm really, really happy with where the team's at right now. So let's look at our series. I have the schedule pulled up here from all of our matches. I pretty much remember all of them. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So the London Royal Ravens was our first match. We actually had the pool of death going to this tournament. This is probably, I said, our second hardest pool of the year. Our first hardest pool was, I believe, our own home series. Let me actually backtrack here. Yeah, our own home series is probably our hardest pool of the year, which had London, FaZe, us, and New York. This one had London, us, New York, and Minnesota. So I'd probably rate this as our second hardest pool of the year. So for us to come out, we 3-1'd London, which was really, really good. We had some different maps in there as well, which we're not really used to playing in tournaments. So we started off with Gunrunner Hardpoint, lost that map. It was a pretty close map, if I do recall. I can't remember exactly what the score line was, but we didn't get blown out. But we definitely didn't play it well. But they're actually pretty good at that map, so it is what it is. Next, this is where it really started for us. We played Piccadilly S&D. Again, not a normal map that we've been playing for the past couple events. Ended up winning, I believe, 6-3. Played that map really solid across the board. Everyone was playing well. We were clutching when we needed to, playing the game, slowing it down when we had to. Just overall, played the map really, really well. Unfortunately, the only time we played it, so you guys didn't really get to see anything else on that map for this weekend. But yeah, played it well. Next, St. Petro Domination, another map that we haven't played for a very, very long time. Ended up beating them by about 20 points or so. Again, just good to see another map that we haven't played really so much in tournaments, and we came out and won it. So good to see that our map pool is at least expanding a little bit. And then finally, to close out the series, I believe we played Hackney Hardpoint, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. Okay, so yeah, it was Hackney Hardpoint. I was correct. Sorry, sometimes all the maps just fade together. We actually played Hackney Hardpoint quite a bit throughout this home series, so I kind of just forgot about it. But yeah, we played them on that, ended up winning it, clutching it out, and boom, moving on to the winners round 2, playing against the New York Subliners version 1. This series was a weird series. We started out super, super hot. They always say don't play them on Ramaza anything, and we played them on Ramaza the first 2 maps. We ended up beating them on Ramaza Hardpoint. And then the Ramaza search, that was our best search and destroy of the weekend. We played that map flawlessly. I think we ended up 6-1ing them. We just had good counter strats against them, played them very strong, played our paces really well, played our clutches really well. Matt had that disgusting 1v2 when he was low dirt, which was absolutely unbelievable. And then we started to slip a little bit. So we played them on Hackney Domination, which they have our number on that map. And it's really weird because if you look at their record on that map, they're like 50-50 on it. But against us, I think they're 4-0 at this point, 3-0. But it's just we feel confident on that map against anyone. We just can't seem to beat them on that map. It's always close. We just can't seem to beat them on it. So they almost reverse sweep us. They win that. The next map was a Coalition Hackney. This was bad. So we ended up losing a good side Hackney to them, which we've done a couple times throughout the year. But it's really, what's the word I'm looking for? Really unusual to see us lose a Coalition Hackney hardpoint. So they beat us on that. So we got to tip the hat to them for that. And then map number 5, Gunrunner SND. We played it really well. Again, just had some good strats cooked up. Played our lives really well. Played our clutch as well. I think we ended up 6-3ing them on that map. So again, playing Surge really well up to this point in the tournament. Next, the Atlanta FaZe. So this is the matchup that everyone was looking forward to. It was kind of an underwhelming series, and I didn't play well in that series either. I mean, I didn't play well all weekend, but that series I particularly did not play very good. We played Hackney, hardpoint first map. It was their pick, actually. They picked Hackney, so we had Coalition on that map. Ended up beating, I think, 250 to 160, which is a really, really good scoreline, especially against a team that's as talented as FaZe. So really happy with that. The SND, I mean, again, I was just chilling. I went like 2 and 3 on the map or something. My teammates were just picking them apart. Matt was hitting a lot of snipes. Dylan was hitting really good flanks and really good pinches. And Alec was also just getting really, really good picks. He had that disgusting 1v2. So yeah, really happy with that map as well. And then finally, moving on to the Hackney Domination. One of the only good maps that I had of the weekend. We ended up beating them on that really, really convincingly as well. So we were feeling super good going into the final, which was against New York again. And we played them on the exact same maps, which, I mean, against a team like New York, with our map pool and their map pool, the series is always going to look relatively similar. I believe one map was different in the series, and instead of a Gunrunner map 5, I think it was a St. Petro game 5. So we didn't play Gunrunner against them. Or weren't going to play Gunrunner against them if we had extended the series to a map 5. But yeah, we just played them on Ramaza. We honestly threw that map. That map was ours to lose, and we ended up losing it. They ended up clutching up. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but apparently they got some pretty crazy spawns. And it just happens. I mean, it is what it is. We just got really unfortunate and didn't get the clutch kills going down the line at the end of the game. So, I mean, it is what it is again. They played the map well. We ended up losing it by 12 points, I think. Next was Ramaza SND. I think we lost 6-3 or 6-4 on that as well. They just counter-stratted our counter-strats that we put up against them. So, I mean, got tipped the hat to that again. They did their research and played the map well. Yeah, I mean, as simple as that. They just were clutching up. They were hitting good routes, getting good timings, and winning their gunfights. So, then next, again, Hackney Dom. I mean, it's one of those maps that they have our number on, but we're really confident on. So it's not a matter of like we're vetoing poorly, in my opinion. It's just they're outplaying us on that map every time we play them on it. And, you know, you could say that, well, don't play it, but if we feel confident against them on it and we're just not clutching up in the moment, then, you know, that's just how Call of Duty goes sometimes. They have full momentum. They were up 2-0 and they closed us out. Very similar to the FaZe series. We were kind of deflated a little bit. I mean, it's hard to come down from 0-2, and they put us in a trap. They insta-flipped us, and at that point, it's really, really difficult to get anything going on that map. And they just had us in the trap. They played it well. So congrats to New York on the win. Again, going to be working on my personal game going into the next home series, which is Toronto. Still shooting for that number 2 seed, hoping that things go our way a little bit and we can catch a dub at the last home series. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, folks, this is your boy 77.